I'm going to be reviewing the Doctor Who Series 4 Professor Riversong figure. I'm going to go ahead and start off with the detail on this. This is another good example of the detail and care that Character Options has actually put into these figures. You can actually see these lines in the spacesuit here. Those are actually carved into the figure, and I think that that's a pretty nice touch because it adds just a little bit more depth to these figures. I'm going to go ahead and bring it a little closer so we can get a little look at this collar. Pretty nice detail in the collar here, as you can see as well. They've gone to a lot of care with these figures, and we can go ahead and get a little bit of a close-up here on the face sculpt. As you can see, let's see if I can get this focused a little bit better for you. The figure actually has some rouge on the cheeks, which adds a little bit more depth to it as well. I think another nice touch that Character Options has done there. Pretty nice face sculpt altogether. Go ahead and look at the spacesuit. As you can see, the belt. We actually have also the holster for her squareness gun. Features a couple little belt buckles right there. And the detail even on these little space boots. These are pretty nice. Detail actually carries on all the way around, so I'm going to go ahead and show you that. All the way around the back. A couple more belt buckles on the holster. And the collar continue all the way back. We also have some nice detailing, I think, on the gloves. You can actually see like little wrinkles in the fabric. And another nice option that they've done here is actually in the head sculpt again, featuring the curls. They've actually carved that in there, so you're able to see that. Adds a little bit more depth again. This is actually two parts, as you can see right here. You have the first part right here, the second part that they've attached there to add a little bit of dimension. This figure actually comes with two accessories, so I'm going to go ahead and show you those accessories. The first accessory that it actually comes with is Professor Riversong's squareness gun. So, let's see if I can get a little bit of detail on that one for you. This gun actually has pretty good detail on it as well. Character Options seems to be doing a good job on getting pretty good detail on the accessories as well as the figures. And this gun actually fits into the holster, like so. So you have the option of displaying it with it in the holster, or having the character figure hold it. The second accessory that this actually comes with, and I really love this accessory, it's a nice one that they've given us, is the 10th Doctor's future sonic screwdriver. So, there it is right there. Good detail on that one as well. And actually, this figure can hold it, just slides in like so. Not too much force that you have to actually put behind it to get it to hold it. Now I'm going to go ahead and move on into the articulation on this. Most of the issues that I have with the articulation, they're pretty minor. The issues that it seems to have are mainly designed with the spacesuit design itself. That's what limits the articulation, at least in the arms. As you can see, the arms can only move up so far before they start running into the sleeve on the spacesuit, which limits the movement forward and backwards. We've got articulation here where you can actually spin the arm around. And we have standard elbow joint. And she actually has articulation in the wrist. So you can actually move the wrists completely around. We have articulation in the waist, like so. And the legs. So we have articulation. The legs can move to the sides. And the knee joint. Now, as you notice here, we have nothing here, so you're not going to be able to move the legs around too much. Now, I don't know if this is just something with my figure, or if it's something that it looks like it might be the design of the figure itself. There's actually only articulation in one of the legs which is actually right here, in this boot alone, which is the right side. The other side is actually a whole complete sculpt, so you actually cannot move that one. So that's just a little bit of an odd thing that Character Options did there, that you're only able to move one of the legs. The other issue that I have with the articulation is actually, and it seems to be a common thing with Character Options, is the articulation in the neck joint. You actually don't have much of an option. As you can see here, the head just keeps bouncing back. So you're not going to be able to pose the head in any way. And I'm not sure if that's just the design of the joint itself or the way that they're designing these figures. But that's a little bit of a bummer with these, that you can't really move the heads to put them in a different pose. The other issue is that you're really limited to posing it just standing up. I'll show you right here in the articulation of the legs. As you can see there, she can't sit flat. She sits at a very odd angle, so you're not going to be able to set her down on anything. She's going to have to stand up. This figure also does not feature any of the peg holes in the feet, so you're not going to be able to use a standard peg display. You're going to have to either find some way to display her standing up or find some other way to have a stand on her. I wouldn't recommend anyone ever drilling any peg holes into their figures to use a peg stand, but I don't think standing her on her own is going to be much of an issue. Like I said in my previous reviews, Character Options does a really nice job in getting these figures balanced. They don't tend to wobble or fall over very easily, so it's not going to be an issue if you have to just display her standing up like this. But other than that, I think it's a very highly detailed figure. Character Options has done a very, very good job with it. And I hope that they continue to put as much care and detail in these as they have so far. So, yeah, definitely, if you can find this one, I think it's actually going to be a great figure to add to any Doctor Who action figure collection.